Everyone, welcome back. This is my last video for today, and this is going to be the what I've been melting video. I'm going to try and go through this somewhat quickly because I always think I need to wait like 2 or 3 weeks because I won't have enough, and then once I pull out everything I've melted, I end up with quite a bit. So I'm going to try and rush through this a little bit. And sorry, like you can see all the wax on here from me doing the videos I've done before this one. I'm actually just filming this in my living room, sitting on my ottoman. This is, or sitting on my sofa. This is my ottoman, and I just have a what do you call, a placemat here because my table, my dining room table, is full of Christmas gifts. So let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with Tiffany loaves. I have about 7 of her loaves, and I've broken into all but I think 2 so far. I've reviewed I think 1 of them already. There's 3 of them in a review today. There's one that I just started melting in my bedroom and I need to go check it out. But this first one is one of her Christmas scents, and you can see I've melted it a couple times. I actually have it going right now in my living room. Her loaves are just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. She has so many chunks in them, and her chunks are beautiful. I love it when they're big and chunky and not just little bits. And you can see if you look inside, they go all throughout the loaf. So you definitely, whatever her chunks are in, that's like usually one of the predominant notes. This scent is Winter Dreams Mrs. Frost Chunks with Vanilla Bean Noel. The Winter Frost, not Winter Frost, shoot, I'm mixing the 2 up. The Mrs. Frost Chunks has a cinnamon note to it. Let me actually read this to you because this one, I have a hard time describing, and I think it's just because, I don't have the notes. Oh, here we go. So Winter Dreams is cinnamon, clove, and mulberry with hints of pine. Mrs. Frost is cinnamon with hints of candy cane, and then everyone knows what Vanilla Bean Noel is. The cinnamon is the predominant note. However, it's not a strong, overbearing cinnamon. It's not a bakery cinnamon. It's a very, very sweet cinnamon, kind of like Big Red Gum, but a little bit more subdued. That's how I think I heard someone else describe a cinnamon that way once. And I love it because it has like a creaminess to it, like a extra sweetness and creaminess to it because of the Vanilla Bean Noel. And you know, the mulberry, I don't really get the mulberry or even the pine. You don't smell a lot of it. It's just a nice blend of scents with just a little bit of a cinnamon. Now, this doesn't have, for me, the strongest throw. Both times I've melted it, it's in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. I may try it in my 24-watt hot plate warmer to see if it gives a little bit more throw because it's one of those that kind of goes in and out a little bit. It's more of a medium to light throw for me. So I'm also going to give it a try in my 24-watt and see how it does. But overall, I really, really enjoy it. It's not a hit-you-in-the-face type scent by any means, and I think the cinnamon is just a perfect amount of cinnamon because I'm a little bit sensitive to cinnamon. If it's too strong, I don't care for it. So, but this one so far has been great. This is the only one I'm pulling out of the bag just so I could show you guys the chunks, but I love Tiffany loaves. The other one that I've melted, I will show you here, is Mandarin Tiki and Raspberry Lemonade Chunks with Fluffy Marshmallow Overpour. This one has performed excellent. This, and you can see the chunks, they're like kind of a pink raspberry kind of color and with yellow chunks and a white overpour. This one's fabulous. It's just a wonderful, sweet, juicy scent, and this has amazing throw. When I melt this one, I can actually smell it. I'm up on the 2nd floor in my building. If I go outside, if I have my windows open, and in Southern California, you can do that on nice days still, like today my windows are open. If I go outside downstairs, I can smell it downstairs from my building. So it has amazing throw. And I've melted that one twice. This one I've only melted once. And this is Serendipity and Donut Shop Chunks with Pink Sugar Overpour. And this one is so, so good. Her donut shop is very popular. I love pink sugar. I love the Serendipity is typically pretty sweet. This gets mellowed out by that donut shop and that pink sugar. So it's just a great blend. I really love this one. And I need to break into it again and melt it some more because it was fabulous. And it had a really good throw. Okay. Next, I will do Candles from the Keeping Room. And I'm doing all of my non-empties first, and then I'll do my empties last. So Candles from the Keeping Room, this is Fruit Loops and Toasted Marshmallow. That's exactly what it smells like, Fruit Loops and Toasted Marshmallow. This guy I had going yesterday in my bedroom. I only will melt sweet stuff in my bedroom during the day if I'm home. Otherwise, I turn off my warmer when I'm not home typically. And then at night, I usually melt stuff that's more aromatherapy type, like lavender, any of the like stress relief, sinus relief, rosemary mint, eucalyptus peppermint, or spearmint, sorry, those types of scents. Anyhow, so but this I had going because I was home most of the day yesterday, or kind of in and out, and I put one in my bedroom, and I did leave it on. If I'm going to leave my house for a couple hours, but not all day, I will leave my warmers on as well. And this, very strong on the Fruit Loops. If you love Fruit Loops, this is great. It's funny, my sister came in. She actually walked into the second bedroom, and she could smell this, even though this was melting in my main bedroom. And she said it smells like breakfast, because her kids eat cereal in the morning. And I guess Fruit Loops is one that they eat. But so definitely it smells like Fruit Loops. But I love the Fruit Loops scent. And the toasted marshmallow I think just adds a little bit of creamy sweetness to it. So it's great. And it lasted all day. So, and it probably could have kept going. I ultimately ended up turning it off when it was time for me to go to bed so I could melt a nighttime scent. Another one is the Rosemary Mint Aveda type. So this is one that I've only melted once in my bedroom. I love it. It is different. I think it's more on the sweet mint side than the like herbally rosemary like note. I think it's more of a sweet mint. I really enjoyed it. It is different than other rosemary mints I've tried, but I really enjoy it. And I think some people like the regular rosemary mint from Candles from the Keeping Room, or this one. I really enjoyed this one, so I definitely think I'd buy this one again if she has it when she reopens, because it's one of my go-to scents for going to sleep at night. And from Streetman Candle Company, and I'm really enjoying them. This is the only item I have to show that's big that I've melted. This is their bundt cake. I do have to say, I probably will not, I don't know if I'll get the bundt cakes again. I think they're so, so cute. But when you have to cut them, they're kind of hard to cut. I don't have any special tools for cutting wax, and their wax is 75% soy, but the paraffin in it, I think, makes it pretty hard. And the snap sticks, I have one scent in their snap sticks that I've been using, and I love the snap sticks. So I will probably, for scents I really like from them that I want to get in larger quantities, I'll probably just continue to buy the snap sticks. But anyhow, this is What's the Matter You. This is wildberry mousse, caramel, and cream. And it's fabulous. If you love wildberry mousse, the caramel and the cream in this just adds extra creaminess, extra sweetness to the already sweet and creamy wildberry mousse. Love, 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 love it. And this lasted all day, had amazing throw. Will definitely be a repurchase for me once I get through this. So I just have so many different waxes to melt. It's really hard. I find every day, I don't know if anyone else is in this situation, every day I'm like, okay, what am I going to melt today? And sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed with my scent options, and then I find I tend to like keep going back to the same vendor like for a few days in a row, and I'm like, okay, I need to try a different vendor. And then I forget like what scents I have, and then it's just, I don't know, I have so many options, you know. Okay, so 10 Digit Creations Orange Vanilla Coffee. Love this scent. It's a little bit, it's not super strong. So if you enjoy coffee but you don't want super strong coffee, I think this is a good option for you. To me, it reminds me of when you walk into a Starbucks and you kind of get that coffee, sweet, delicious aroma that has like other scent notes mixed in because of all the different blends that they're doing in their stores. This is kind of what it reminds me of a little bit, but just more subdued, not quite as strong. I have this one going in my apartment yesterday. It smelled great. It's one of those scents though that when you're in the room, after a while you kind of stop smelling it, and then if you leave the room and come back, you smell it again. So it's not super strong, and I actually kind of like that. I think if it was a too strong of a coffee note, it would probably be a little bit annoying. I don't know. But I really enjoyed it. I think I'll buy it again. I mean, I still have three of the little guys to melt, so I'm not running out of this yet, but really enjoyed that scent. From 10 Digit Creations, I have also melted through 3 of the 4 in this 4-pack of Cucumber Apple Splash. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This will definitely be a repurchase. It's like just a nice, fresh, sweet apple, like a juicy, juicy, lightly sweet apple, not overly sweet. It's more of like a fresh juiciness. I've melted this in my living room, and it was great. On warm days, I like to melt stuff that's more sweet, citrusy, kind of fruity scents. And we have those occasionally still right now in Southern California. So I did melt this one day and it smelled amazing. I also will cut this in half and melt half of it in my bathroom. And I like it in the bathroom because it's just a nice, fresh, clean scent. So I really love this one. I will definitely buy this one again. From the bathing garden, I have 4 clamshells that I haven't finished any of them, but I've started melting. So the first one is Russian Ice Bath. This is a wonderful scent. This is peppermint, I believe it has peppermint, menthol, eucalyptus, spearmint, lemon, and vanilla, I believe are all the notes in it. Now, on cold sniff, you get all of those. But when you melt it, the eucalyptus and the mint are the ones that come out the most, and a little bit of the menthol. So it's definitely a great bedroom scent. If you like the eucalyptus spearmint type, varieties, this is definitely would be up your alley. It's super strong, lasts a long time. The first time I melted it in my room, I did 2 cubes. It was too much. I loved it, but it was very, very strong. I even got, this is the weirdest thing, guys, because I have my melter like kind of close to my bed. I was feeling like if you get something mentholy on you, you know how it's that cooling feeling? I was getting that cooling feeling kind of on my arms when I was sleeping in my, like laying in my bed next to the melter. Like the mentholy was kind of in the air. It was really weird. So the next time I melted it, I only did 1 cube. This 1 cube, my mom has been was staying with me this past week, and if she stays, I just leave my warmer in my bedroom on because someone's here. I melted the 1 cube. I put it on the night, at night before I went to bed. It stayed on the whole next day. When I got home that next night, I could still smell it. I mean, and even when I popped the wax out and kind of threw it out, I could still smell the scent in it. So this one lasted forever. It's great. This I would definitely buy again. I also have her scrub in this. But I am not going to use the scrub until it gets closer to summer because I think it would have that nice cooling effect. And I think in winter it's probably, I think it would go better with summer because when you want that cooling effect on your skin. Anyhow, so I love that scent. Definitely repurchase. The next one, Mrs. Cratchit's Christmas Pudding. And this one, the first time I melted it, I did 2 cubes in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. And it didn't really throw very well. I got a little bit of whiffs of it here and there. What I want to do, I did just recently purchase a 24-watt hot plate warmer, so I'm going to try it in that. I also did recently purchase a tea light warmer because I've heard that gives like the most amount of heat, so I may try it in that as well because on cold sniff, I love this scent. The first time I tried melting it, I didn't have a lot of success, but I've heard other people that have done really well with this, so I really want to try this one again because I really, really want to get the great throw from this one. Sorry, I keep banging my tripod. The next one, Claus's Toy Shop. This is like a cherry wood, raspberry, and tobacco scent. When melting, I mostly just get the cherry. It's a very strong cherry. I wish the tobacco came out a little bit more in this, and it wasn't really for me. So I did 1 cube in a tea light warmer. It was really, really strong. I ended up blowing it out because the cherry just got a little bit too much. What I might try doing, because maybe it was too hot, I might try this one in my 20-watt to kind of tone it down a little bit and maybe see if some of those other notes will come out. So I'm going to kind of give it another shot, but it is heavy on the cherry, so I think you have to enjoy cherry to like that one. The next one, Spiked Butter Creamy Gingerbread. This one, a great, great gingerbread scent. It had good throw. It lasted like probably about 6 hours. I did it each time I melted it twice. I did 2 cubes and then 2 cubes in my 20-watt hot plate warmer. I don't know why I keep having a hard time saying that. I loved it. It was a great scent. I won't be buying it until maybe again when we get closer to fall next year. I'll buy it again. But I love gingerbread scents. This is a spicy gingerbread for sure. You have to enjoy that spicy gingerbread, but that's the main note that I get out of this when I was melting it. So I enjoyed it. Okay, let's see. So now that's all the ones that are not considered empties. For my empties, I'll go through those really quickly. Let's see. Okay, from Tiffany Candles. I'm sorry, I keep bumping my tripod. I melted Blonde Moment. This is amazing. I love this scent. It is just a nice, fresh, kind of fruity, fresh, fruity scent. And it is so good. And this, it has really good throw if you get it. You have to use a hot plate warmer with these. I think Tiffany has said, for her fluted tarts, I guess they're paraffin. She recommended a 24-watt hot plate warmer, but she did say that the Glade warmers people were fairly were pleased with how these performed in the 20 watts. So that's kind of what I've been using for hers. And it threw really well. I've done this in my living room. I've done this in my bedroom. I love it. I think this is one scent that I'd probably order in larger quantities. And then also I've seen a lot of people blending this with other scents, and I may try that. But for now I am out of the blonde moment, but this is definitely going to be a repurchase. I love this scent. I don't think I have any more Tiffany's. I've been melting most of her loaves, I think, over the last couple weeks. Okay, so 10-digit creations. I have a couple of not sampled, but single scents that I melted. The first is Bora Bora. This is a great tropical fruity scent. I love it. Oh my god, it smells so nice. It's like a fresh, fruity, tropically scent. This I have in a 4-pack as well. I absolutely love it, and I will continue to buy this one from them. The other one, Lemongrass and Sage. This is a fabulous, fresh, clean scent. That lemongrass is just gorgeous. I think I melted this one. What I think I did with this one, I believe, this was a while ago now, I think I cut it in half and melted it in my bathroom. Half one time and half a second time. And this is a great scent to have that kind of clean, fresh scent in your bathroom. So I really enjoyed that one. From... let's see, Candles from the Keeping Room. I have melted through a lot of the samples that I received from them because the sample pack that I got, it was a lot of fall scents, so I was really trying to melt those, and we've had a couple of pretty cold weeks here in California, Southern California. Not now, but it's warming up again now, but I was melting a lot of these. So Pumpkin Creme Brulee. Fabulous, fabulous, creamy pumpkin. Loved it. There was a little bit of a spicy note to it, but not a lot. It was just so good. I would definitely buy this one in larger quantities when it comes time for the fall next year. Jams and Scones. Oh, I don't remember this one that much now. I'm not getting much scent. You know, oh geez. I can't remember melting this one. So I apologize. I don't remember what this one smelled like. So I'm not going to comment on it. Sugar Cookie Flapjacks. These, I think this came, was this the one? It came in like 2 little kind of round, like look like pancake type things, like flapjacks. So, 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 so good. It smelled like breakfast. Yeah, I can't smell it a lot in the bag anymore. But this had just a yummy, sweet, mapley syrup breakfast scent. And that morning I was eating breakfast at my table when this was melting, and I just felt like my breakfast did not live up to the scent in the room. It was sad. Christmas Fantasy. And this one, let me see if I can smell it. I think this has somewhat of a piney, no. Oh, I can't really smell it anymore in this bag. And this one, I'm sorry, this is another one I don't remember what it smelled like. One of the things I will have to say this week in general, I've been melting. I turn on my melter in the morning when my mom is here, and then I leave for work. So some of these, the ones that I don't remember, are probably ones that I melted while she was here, and I didn't really get the full effect of it. So I apologize about that, guys. I can't remember the Christmas Fantasy either. Harvest Danish. This is the last sample from them. This one was fabulous. It just had a wonderful, wonderful, like, kind of a sweet roll, like, Danish, no, what am I'm trying to think of, like a pastry, like a sweet, yummy pastry scent to it. This one was fabulous. This would be another one that I would melt. And I've been very, so far, very pleased with the throw on all my Candle from the Keeping Room items that I've melted. It is, I believe, 100% paraffin, because I started melting right away. It looks like all paraffin, and all of them I've had just amazing throws. So I've been very pleased, and I've been using my 20-watt hot plate warmer for the most part on all of them. So I'm very pleased with that. A couple others that I've, let's see, melted from, okay, so these are from Sniff My Tarts. I thought I melted more than these, but apparently not. I must be missing a couple bags because I'm pretty sure I melted more than this from them. I just don't know where my bags are at. Okay, so this is sweet lavender marshmallow cake pink sweet cream. This melted at night in the bedroom. Oh my god, amazing, amazing, amazing. This lasted forever. It had excellent throw. It was just such a great scent with the lavender and the pink sugar. Good. It was nice and sweet. It was relaxing. It was calming. And I did this. It was one chunk, but I feel like I want to say I cut it in half. Or maybe even in 3 pieces. I used very small pieces because in my bedroom, if I'm doing like a strong, like lavender tends to be strong, pink sugar tends to be strong, I tend to melt a smaller quantity because I just don't want it to be too overpowering. So I think I either got 2 or 3 uses out of it. It lasted all night and into the next day. This is another one that I left going during the day while my mother was here. And when I got home from work, I could still smell it in my room. It still smelled fabulous. So this is from a mystery box that I got. So none of these are my own combinations when I talk about Sniff My Tarts. But this was absolutely fabulous. This is definitely something that I will have to make a note of this scent so that like when I order from them again, I will probably order this combination in a large quantity because I loved it. The other one is Honey Gingerbread Twinkies. This one, the throw was not as strong, but it was like a sweet bakery gingerbread. It was not real spicy at all. It was quite a large chunk. I just ended up cutting it in half but melting both pieces because I felt like once I cut it in half, I felt like they were too small. And because I know honey and Twinkie is probably not the biggest thrower for scents. So I went ahead and melted the whole thing and it smelled great. It was so fabulous. My mom was here too during this one and she just loved it. So I'm not sure if I would order this one again because I don't think the throw was as strong as I would have liked it. It kind of came and went. But I thought overall it performed really well and I was happy with it. So, let's see. From Streetman Candle Company, I have 4 scent shots that I've melted. The first one is in tinsel, and this is just the lid. Oops, sorry. What I've been doing, the bottoms, I use the little bottoms of the cups to pour out my melted wax so that they can harden, and then I pop them out of that and I just keep reusing them. So I was running low and I used a couple of the little cups from these. So tinsel is one of my all-time favorite scents. For me, I started with half of the scent shot and it was really good and strong for a little while and it kind of started mellowing out, and so I threw in the other half. I melted on a day where I was home. I think most of the day it was on a weekend. Love, love, love it. This is a scent that I will buy from them again, and I will probably buy in snap sticks so that I have a larger quantity because I just loved it. The other one, Sinus Relief. Loved their Sinus Relief. This one, I cut it in half. It's definitely not as strong as other vendors' Sinus Relief. And I melted half of it. And then I thought it got kind of on a lighter note and I wanted it to be a little bit stronger, so I threw in the other half. So I ended up melting the whole scent shot, which is close to 2 ounces. But it lasted forever too. This is another one that it lasted through the next day and it was fabulous. I would probably, because I like to have all the different variations of these scents, so I would likely probably buy a larger quantity, probably the snap sticks from them and the Sinus Relief. So I loved it. Oops, I'm dropping this. Okay, this next one, Grapefruit and Mangosteen. This was fabulous. It was just a nice, fresh grapefruit, like fruity scent. Mangosteen, it's different than a mango. I don't know what that scent smells like on its own, but this combination was great. I think the grapefruit, it was like a nice citrusy grapefruit with a little bit of like another fruity note to it. I loved it. It was nice and fresh. And I'd probably buy this one. I have so many other scents to melt through from them, so I'm not sure, you know, I'd probably hold off on maybe buying this in larger quantities, but it definitely was a really nice scent. And it lasted all day, and it had a great throw. Wildberry Mousse. I wanted to try out their regular Wildberry Mousse, because Streetman Candle Company was one of the companies that I ordered from, like, one of my first orders, and I had heard so much about Wildberry Mousse at the time, so this is one that I wanted to try. I loved it. It's so creamy, but I think I would just continue to melt their What's the Matter You because it has that extra caramel and cream note to it. But otherwise, if you like just plain wild berry mousse, this is a great wild berry mousse. So again, I melted the whole 2 ounces because I loved it. Lasted me all day. I melted, I think, again on a weekend. It lasted me all day. I like to have a really strong throw on this, and it was fabulous. I loved it. Strong throw, lasted a long time. And then the last thing, which I'm not going to be able to talk too much about, it was a mystery tart from Front Porch. I have melted other Front Porch this week. I just didn't grab them, I don't think. So I apologize about that. I'll try and include, I have several Front Porch 4-packs that are almost empty, so I'll probably include them in my next empties video. But this was a mystery tart, and this, what I believe it was like a sinus relief or a eucalyptus mint and a strawberry. It was a little weird when I melted it. I put it in my bathroom because I know Front Porch's strawberry is super, super sweet and super strong. And the sinus relief, I've never tried their sinus relief on its own. I don't know if it's called sinus relief, whatever their eucalyptus spearmint like scent is. I've never tried it on its own, but I didn't care for that scent combination. I think that's what that was in this mystery tart. And I think what they do with these mystery tarts is they just, extra wax that they have, they'll just pour them and layer them into probably one of their molds just to get rid of it because they don't have enough to make another grubby, which is fine. I mean, they're freebies. It wasn't a good scent combination for me. It wasn't horrible, like I let it finish, but it was just kind of an odd scent. So anyhow, that is all of my empties.